right there. Probably gotta go back. You like you go back.
Go back a little bit.
Oh no, no,
That was my garment. That what it was. One. Let me see.
you got heavy on something. There you go. Yeah, yeah. We gonna be able to close it.
You probably gotta see how here too.
We gonna close it. Okay.
Okay.
That was gonna close it. Once you sit
Okay.
down. You can go down a little bit. Oh, damn, bag or something. That's good. That's it. Okay. So you got that out. All right, Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone, Church of Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, we want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Yeah, that's the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit in the ancient Hebrew tongue. I also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, men whom we believe through faith to be raised up here in these latter days to bring forth the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And I also want to say shalom to the fellow laborers that's pushing out this word, as well as you believers, those amongst you that subscribe to this truth as well, the brothers and the sisters that will be the Akim and the Aqua, that subscribe to this truth as well. So yeah, we're in a time of prophecy, right now, and really the prophecies will prevail because throughout all the gimmicks, when you consider these certain religions and different belief systems that claim to build their foundation off the scriptures, well, guess what? If they don't come in the spirit of prophecy, then that means that they're not in harmony with Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? So everything that they push is going to come to naught. Why? Because they don't come in the spirit of prophecy. When in reality, this book captures the essence of prophecy. So right now what you're witnessing is the Lord co-signing and signing off everything the prophets have been saying. Matter of fact, I know it always happens like that. Get Amos, the 3rd chapter. Matter of fact, get Amos, the 3rd chapter, I can start at the 6th verse and we'll read down.
Yeah, this Amos chapter 3.
Because there's a I told you so moment. That what comes along with prophecy, even on a low level. Like just the casual guy in the barbershop, that say, hey, you know what, the Golden State Warriors gonna win. Well, guess what? If they win, if that prophecy come to pass, then there's gonna be a certain level of euphoria, man, that I told you so moment. See, I told you I was right. See, that what comes along with prophecy. See? So go ahead and get that, and then give me Ezekiel 33 and 33 to back them up. Go ahead.
Yep. This is Amos chapter 3 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city,
Mm-hmm.
and the people be not afraid?
Right, so that trumpet is symbolic to the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord. Now, when you consider a trumpet is polished up, it's created a certain way, but what makes a trumpet effective? When it's breath in it. So you got these different Israelite groups, they actually trumpets, but they just sitting there shining, man. But a trumpet that's effective is when breath is in it. You know what I mean?
That's it.
The trumpet can't blow without the breath.
Yep.
So who are the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai? These would be the men that's pushing forth the prophecies. Yep, go ahead.
Ezekiel 37 and 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and flesh came up upon them.
Yeah, and the sinews and flesh is dealing with your identity. So you got Israelite groups out there that know that they Israelites. They align themselves with being Israelites, but they missing one key ingredient. Go ahead.
And the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them.
Read that one more time.
Ezekiel 37 and 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above.
Right, meaning they had an identity. If you take a skeleton, if you ever saw Forensic Files, any of these shows dedicated to forensics, they might find a dead body, a corpse, a skull, you know, a skeleton, where they'll do a computer imaging, and they'll put scan over it, and it'll you know, move the case forward. And say, you know what? Oh shit! They'll put it in the database system. They say, oh, this guy matched this guy. So that's, you know that you're an Israelite, yeah. Whoop the damn, oh, it was old NBA nigga. Remember that nigga said, made that statement, whoop the damn dude. Whoop the damn dude, man. Okay, you know that you're an Israelite. Now what? Go ahead,
The scripture says, but there was no breath in them.
But, that word but, you know what I mean? But there was no breath in them, man. So that's equivalent, that translates to a trumpet. The Lord, it's plenty of trumpets in Israel, but the Lord chose one trumpet to pick it up and blow his breath in it. That's why the scripture says, I'll put my words in your mouth. And when you look at a trumpet, it looks like a mouth shouting at the end of the trumpet. Like a mouth shouting out. And that's all we are. We are trumpets. The breath of the Lord is in us. So what we're going to do by default, we're going to prophesy. So go ahead, back here.
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians 14 and 7. And things, and even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds.
Right. So you can turn on the camera and talk all kind of shit. But if you ain't distinguishing what's going on, then you have guys that's coming on the camera. Yeah, man, Israelite, you know? Oh, because you could go into history. We don't knock, you know, because you got to know history, a certain level of history to be able to go into prophecy. Yeah. But that's not the be all end all. It's really about speaking about things that's concerning the future, man. See? So you got a guy that's just talking shit, but there's no distinction in sound. Like, what are you talking about? Go ahead.
This is, how shall it be known what is pipe the harp?
Yeah, how you gonna know what the hell going on? See, we go straight to the point. That's why we are either loved or hated here at Great Millstone, Storm of the Apostles. We tell you straight up, you're gonna die. Okay? Go ahead.
This is for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Now let's simplify this. The trumpet give an uncertain sound, right? Let's say like a fire alarm. That fire alarm sound like a damn carnival ride, an ice cream truck. You think about it. See that? When the ice cream truck comes, everybody like, oh, it's time to enjoy life. So if you sleep and you hear the ice cream truck, you're gonna stay asleep, man. This is relaxing time. See what I'm saying? But if it's a fire and you hear that eerie, oh, I'm gonna give you a real eerie sound, which the Spirit of the Lord gonna make this sound go off when the missiles come. Know that this is only a test. This is only a test. Or the cops got that sound too.
Yep.
You know it's finna go down. You hear that cop hit that shit. Well, that's that eerie sound, man. Because your ears pretty much, when it registers a certain sound, it's an alert. It either signifies an alert or it signifies time to relax. So you got guys out there telling you, hey, you know, you got Israelite groups out there, right? They got videos out there, you know, how to deal with your woman in the last days. That's luring you to sleep. That ain't the right sound. I'm talking about straight up. That's what you got out there in Israel.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? Like Apostle Hall would say, King David played the harp. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
He wore brown sound.
Yeah. Did you know King David actually liked to eat? You know what I mean? Come on, man. You gotta give off a certain sound. This is a time of war. Come on, read that again. Huh?
It says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Right, so if you don't hear that fire alarm, that proverbial emergency sound, that emergency broadcast system, you're not gonna prepare yourself for war. Furthermore, when you go into the ancient world, you had different sounds that signified certain seasons, man. You might have a sound that signified a festival. You had a sound that's why when you read, remember when they was looking to crown, they were trying to go over King Solomon's head and crown,
Absalom.
Absalom, they were trying to crown him the king. It was a certain sound played. And they were like, okay, oh shit. You know, they thought it was a time of festivities. See? So a sound plays a major part on your outlook, your psyche. So now, who the only man telling you to get ready for the chip? Who the only man telling you to get ready for Esau? Revelation 12:12, when these devils come down with great wrath. When all hell gonna break loose out here in America, man. On the soil, the very landscape of this place is gonna change dramatically. The America as you know is gonna change. Who the only one doing that? Who the only one blowing that sound, man? The men of Great Millstone. See? Come on, read that again.
You wanna go back to it?
Yeah, read it one more time. We're gonna go back.
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians. This 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 8. It says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? So who shall prepare themselves? Somebody give me Ezekiel. I think that's Ezekiel 7 and 14, I believe. That's what it is. Yeah, give me Ezekiel 7 and 14. Bring it up.
It's the book of Ezekiel 7, verse 14. They have blown the trumpet.
Who have blown the trumpet? The prophets. Go ahead.
Even to make all ready, but none go to the battle.
Right, so you haven't prepared yourself. We have blown the trumpet and told you that war is wartime, man. We ain't telling you that, hey, you're an Israelite, let's throw this extravagant Passover. You know what I mean? Throw on your best threads, your armbands, your turbans. See what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, you niggas, man, that's the spirit, You niggas out there that's Israelites, and it was said by a wise man, one of the apostles said this, man, you were talking about this. Some of the worst niggas you ever meet is in Israel. Some of the worst niggas you ever encounter is niggas that know that they Israelites. Because why? It tells you that in Ecclesiasticus, the 14th chapter, how riches is not coming for a nigger, man. Niggas creeping to this, and just like all things niggas get their hand on, they drop the value of it. You bring a nigga to a hood, now all of a sudden they're throwing a barbecue. Or there's a movie, what's that movie? The nigga, he was in the NBA, family reunion or something, the cookout. The cookout. That was a perfect example of a nigga. They throw a barbecue, then you have a nigga from the hood come over to the barbecue, and he scope out the hood, and he double back and steal your flat screen TV. A nigga drop the value of everything. A nigga get a Bentley and throw rims on it, and it fuck up the value of it.
Nigga can't turn it.
Yeah, now nigga faced with a dilemma. You know what I mean? Why? Because a nigga, riches is not coming for a nigga. That's why you had niggas to come into the truth. That's why you got niggas with armor fatigue and bulletproof vests, man. That's just fucking niggas, man. They're coming to the truth, man. See? This is the result. This is what you get when a nigga ear hustle the truth and they come into it. See? They're abusing. Go ahead,
Going on with that sound again. This Matthews 11 and 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling to their fellows
Mhm.
and saying, We have piped unto you,
That's a trumpet. Go ahead.
and ye have not danced.
Right. You have not cleaved on to what we speak. Go ahead,
We have mourned unto you.
We have mourned unto you. So the piping part comes with the good news, the good tidings. You're an Israelite. There's a kingdom prepared for you. That's the piping. The mourning is what? You're gonna be destroyed if you don't come back.
Yeah.
Either way, these jakes don't listen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It said, We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Yeah, you're supposed to be sad. You're supposed to feel worried. You know? Hold what you got. Come on, let's go back to Ezekiel 7. Then we go back. Go ahead.
Yeah, Con, this is the book of Ezekiel 7. It's like it.
14.
Yeah, Con, this is the book of Ezekiel 7 and 14 again. It says, They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none go to battle.
Mhm.
For my wrath is upon all the multitude.
So it's the Lord that's in the cut, ready to spring into action and to kill you. And the Lord set us up to warn you. Do you know His mercy and everything that the Lord do? And when the Lord kill you, His mercy in it.
Yeah, priest at the back.
Yep, bring it up.
It's the book of Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel.
Mhm.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right, and that's what we're doing. Get them warning from me.
Yep.
From me. Warn this people about this power that he has exposed us. The Lord exposed Himself to us so that we can let these knuckleheads know who they're dealing with. Matter of fact, go back to Amos the 3rd chapter and see. Hold it real quick. Finish off Ezekiel 7 chapter.
Yeah,
We're going to
cut.
work back around to that. Go ahead.
Come back at Ezekiel 7 and 15. The sword is without, and the people, and it's like it says, and the sword is without, and the pestilence, and the famine within.
Yeah, come on.
And he that is in the field shall die with the sword.
Yep, and that's all you Israelites that going to be out there in the world, thrust out into these different battles. You're going to die of the sword. Go ahead.
It says, and he that is in the city.
And those of you niggas that's on Martin Luther King and 21st Street, go ahead.
Famine and pestilence shall devour him.
See that? So there's no escaping. Okay? And we warning you about that. So come on, let's go get what you got, y'all side. Then we're gonna go back to Amos
Yeah.
3rd chapter.
This is First Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 13. Wherefore they went out to the camp to battle, but they that were with Judas sounded their trumpets.
Yeah. And then, you know, that battle, right? That shows you the overtone of what Yahweh Shema Shai is all about. That's why when you read what that Jeremiah, we always bring it up, 28 chapter.
28, yeah.
It tell you that the prophets and the prophets before me are old, they prophesied of what? War, battle. And when you go into the Maccabees pretty much captures the spirit of when the Greeks was taken down, when Esau was taken down. So that's like a foreshadowing of, you know, when we come into power. So come on, give me Amos 3rd chapter.
Yeah, Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city,
Go ahead.
and the people not be afraid?
Right. So we just read in Ezekiel that the Lord have warned you and you have not prepared yourself for the battle. So we telling you that Esau is about to come down with great wrath. He's about to unleash these weapons of mass destruction. When we say weapons of mass destruction, that's not only reserved for missiles, man. You got goddamn robots. You got eaters. Look up that term. If you want to stay up tonight, if you don't want to get a good night's sleep, you want to be shook. Look up the acronym EATER. You see the diabolical mind of this devil, Esau, man. And the plots and plans and schemes and intents and purposes he got prepared for Jake.
Yep.
We warning you about that. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, up.
Says, shall there be evil in a city?
Yep.
The Lord have not done it?
Right, so it's the Lord that's orchestrating everything, right? Go ahead.
Surely the Lord
See
power.
what the next precept go into? Read that again.
Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
So the secrets is what? The prophecies.
Yep.
What brings us to this sitting right here, man. The prophecies is speaking loud and clear.
Yep.
You know, seal not the things that's written in this book. Why? Because this book is centered around what? Prophecy, man. And the prophecies is popping off. Now, real quick before we get too ahead of everything, let's bring out some current events. You know. Now, before we do that though, give me Second Ezra. I don't know who I told to hold that. You got something up?
real quick.
Yeah, bring it out. And
Um,
you give me 2 Ezra 15. Go ahead,
Like
you
you
got
were
it.
saying, you know, we warn the people about what's to come. But our people, the so-called Negro Latino natives, the Israelites, they don't want to hear about the bad things to come, man. They want to hear about the, hey, everything's gonna be okay.
Con.
Everything's not gonna be okay, cause the Lord y'all about to shine, he about to wreak havoc on this place, man.
Right.
It's a lot of wickedness that the so-called white man Esau Edom did to your people, man. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't forgot what the so-called white man Esau Edom did, man.
Right.
But y'all people putting on the back burner like, hey, fuck that, you know, let's get along, you know, get along with us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But the Lord ain't with that shit, man. He's gonna bring down a great rap.
Con.
But I got this
That's justice.
but I got this precept.
Con.
It's Isaiah 30 and 10. Which say to the seers, see not.
Woo. Hey, start at the 9th verse.
Con.
Baba Kushak. That's a good point because these especially celebrities or those even Israelites amongst our people, they want to put this shit to the back burner. Here it is, the evidence is overwhelming, and they want to somehow acquit the devil, man. Come on, man.
Hey, cause they conform to this world.
Yeah, they conform to this world. They really want this world
They
to
want
continue.
continue. Yep.
Really, they holding up the kingdom. For them to believe what we pushing,
Right.
that's why Scripture said, whoever believe that report.
Right.
For them to believe what we pushing,
This
that
is
means
it.
they had
This
to
is
get rid of
it.
this
Yep.
shit. This got to go.
Yep.
Yep, you got it out.
It's Isaiah 39.
Mm-hmm.
That is a rebellious people,
Woo!
lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord.
Right. And who is the ones conveying it to them? The prophets.
That's it.
That's why I think that's Ezekiel. I think it's the 2nd chapter where it said they would not hear me. They didn't. Hear,
Just 3 and 7.
3 and yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't hear me, so surely they won't hear you.
Yep.
Yep.
So when they won't hear the law, they ain't really hearing us.
Yep.
You know.
That's it.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 30 and 10. Which say to the seers, see not, to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things,
Woo!
but speak unto us smooth things.
Yeah, tell you that everything's gonna be all right. Tell you
Prophesy deceits.
yeah, prophesy deceits.
That's it.
They want Creflo Dollar with an Israelite twist.
Yeah.
They want to tell you that you're an Israelite, but just get a school, throw a turban on your fucking head, celebrate the Passover. Which the scriptures tell you that when you acknowledge the Passover, you're reminding the Lord of his death, man. The Lord ready to kill you niggas, man. Besides, niggas don't understand what's going on, man. They up in the Passover dancing and shit.
Come.
And they reminding the Lord how he got put to death in the violent
Yeah.
way, man.
He passed over our word.
Eat the Passover unworthily, man. That's why this truth is only for the serious minded amongst Israel.
Cause you made a point, you was in Mississippi.
Mhm.
Say, yeah, you come to the truth, either you the elect or not. Cause the Lord can bring you in, either be destroyed or to be saved, either or.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Hey, the ones that come into the truth, either the Lord love you or hate you.
Yeah, that's what I definitely say. You made that point, I think, at camp this past weekend, or in a video you did or something. But through the spirit, you were saying, hey, if you come across this truth, it's no gray areas.
Yeah.
It's either the Lord love you or He hate you. You know,
And that's why the scriptures say, those who knew the will,
and did not.
the Lord told you the will so he can kill you, man. Oh, that's why you had them 2 dudes to come up to the camp.
Yeah.
They were asking them deep questions, and we broke it down to them.
Yeah.
Now it's no clothes for their sin. Well, no
Right.
matter where they might be today,
Yeah. Exactly. Now you
law
know.
killeth. The letter killeth. Oh, matter of fact, let's go back to that. We just had to read. They went out here that law. If you still got that out, bring that out. The letter killeth. This word kills you.
Yeah.
See, these different groups, they give you the sweet.
Right.
Yeah, it's good to be an Israelite. I know the scriptures, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna have a innumerable amount of slaves.
Right.
But guess what? That same word kills you. Because if you don't abide in it, then now you are held accountable, man.
Two-edged sword.
Two-edged sword. And the Spirit of the Lord doing what they got to do, and Lord we'll get around to what we want to get. But the Spirit of the Lord wants this to come out. Go ahead.
That's why and I think it's Peter. He said, let the table be the snare unto them.
Ooh, and that lets you know that was King David. Not the water.
Yeah, he said.
That lets you know that was King David.
Yeah, that's it.
See what I'm saying?
That's it.
Why would he be the disciple of the,
That's it.
through his spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Girls should take that. Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 39, that this is a rebellious people,
Mm-hmm.
lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord.
Oh, the letter killing.
Yeah. Get the law.
Yeah. So really this book in its entirety is the law. If we read out of 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Romans, the apostles, the letters to the churches, the apostles, the acts of the apostles. Guess what? They are all the law. This is all inspired by the word, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Okay? Now when we tell you that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, and you niggas deny it or you take it, you're gonna be killed.
That's it.
Alright? So come on, let's go back to where we was at.
Yeah, put the precept
Yeah,
back.
bring out what you got, then go back to Amos 3rd chapter.
Yeah.
This
Then
book,
we'll get to the article. Go ahead.
this the book of Jeremiah 23:16.
Mhm.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets.
Now, Jeremiah 23rd chapter is a bad chapter, man, overall, you know, because it captures the spirit of these false prophets, you know. Go ahead, up.
It says, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak the vision of their own heart.
Ooh, hold up. What it means to make you vain, to make you empty, okay? When you seal something, it feels it. You know what I'm talking about? It feels it. But if my words I say to you have no substance, then when you digest it, it's empty. It's like GMO. You ever notice here in this society when you eat, you already hungry again? Because the food has no nutrients. But in the spirit, we give you something you full. After this live stream, you liable to go to sleep.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall
That's
not
what I
want.
want. Yeah.
Amen.
Woo! Because this is the real food.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Not by bread alone.
Yeah, yep.
That's it.
Go ahead.
It says, they speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Right. Nigga tell you, yeah, man, we're gonna build a school. That's of their own heart. That ain't of the Lord, because the Lord told you that he gonna kill niggas. Now the Lord said, I'm about to kill you niggas, man. Okay? Hey, and this is not for the faint-hearted, man. That's why for those who come into this arena, good for you. That's why your house shot said, those that have ears to hear, good for you. And the ear is like a mouth, spiritually.
Ooh.
And what's the belly?
Ooh.
So if you got a mouth to eat, closed mouth, closed mouth don't get fed. So the open ears,
Yeah.
they get fed. So you come into this feast and you eat, man, and we gonna serve you. And it tells you that in Proverbs the 9th chapter. You got on the aprons and all that. And we feeding you, right? You eat, man. You eat. All right? You better not. you better not vomit it up, man. And you better not eat unworthily either, man. So we coming into the end of this thing, man. And you about to see how about Shema outside work. All right? Yeah, go ahead. Where we was at?
Yeah, you want the Amos now?
Yeah, come on. Was we reading anything before we left up there?
I know you want it.
When you was where you was
Oh, I was reading the Jeremiah. You want a little bit more?
Yep.
Okay, come.
Read that one more time up.
And going back at Jeremiah 23 and verse 16 again. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you.
And hearken means to hear. Go ahead.
They make you vain.
They make you vain. You empty. It's GMO. There's no substance in it. You empty. The word vain means empty, right?
Right.
Why buys that which is not bread? It tells you that in Isaiah 55th chapter. Come on, man. Go ahead.
It says they speak a vision of their own heart.
Yeah, nigga tell you that it's best to, just follow what Esau tell you. He'll get to school. Go ahead.
It says, and not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Not out of the mouth of the Lord, man. That's why the scripture say they have not asked of me. That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Now, get what you got, then we're going to go into what you got.
Say
Go ahead.
something too. Jeremiah the 28th chapter, man.
Mhm.
With pretty much Jeremiah checked Hananiah in front of the whole people, said, "Yeah, may the Lord do so." But the prophet that been before me and before thee prophesied against war, evil, and pestilence. He said, but the prophets that do prophesy peace, let's make sure if it do come to pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that was a rare thing, man.
If it do come to pass, it was really rare.
Yeah.
Beautiful point. Because when you go back to the source,
Yeah.
Noah, okay? Let's show you right there that the spirit of Yahweh Shai is here, man.
Yeah.
Because Yahweh Shai even said, Yahweh Shai said, as in the days of Noah,
Yeah.
You always got to go to the prototype.
Right.
Yeah,
Like you might, it might be sports. You might say, well, you know what? The best running back,
Yeah.
he had this in his arsenal.
Yeah, God.
You got to go to the prototype.
Yep.
So when you go back to the core, the source of when the Lord first sprung into action, destroying shit on a global scale, it was Noah, man. And Noah told you you're going to die. See what I'm saying? So that's why the ark just said it was rare for peace to happen. When did a prophet tell you the Lord is going to bless you? Man, no, the Lord said, hey, the Lord didn't have no reason to come and say that to you until you went off.
Yep.
Because it didn't have to be spoken. If you was doing the right thing, you was going to be blessed. It was when you deviated from what was the orders. So when the Lord stepped in and said, you know what, now I got to kill you. Come on.
With Samuel.
Yeah, with Samuel, man.
I got that. Amos 3 and 6. It says, shall
Read that and then read all the way down to 7.
Yeah, cause Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Uh-huh.
Shall there be evil in the city?
Right, you hear that eerie sound of a tornado warning, you should be afraid. Go ahead.
Shall there be evil in the
Oh,
city?
can I say something real quick? That's more of an indictment on you niggas, man. Because when the meteorologists come on the TV and tell you that you need to go into your basements and your place of safety because it's a tornado, determine on what region you live in. It's going to be a hurricane if you're in Miami, a tornado in the Midwest, an earthquake if you're out west. Them fucking niggas, they hold fast to that. But here we are, we the spiritual meteorologists forecasting what's about to happen in the spirit, and you niggas laugh at the storm, man. Go ahead.
Cause that's
Mhm.
brother Tazan one in Atlanta. He was like going to about how they know nobody means in World War III.
Mhm.
Until like they taking it as a joke.
Yep, yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a joke, man. Pops running you about this is to
Mhm.
come.
Hey, could that show you that this place is full of folly? That's why the scriptures say when they understood not. Somebody hold me that real quick. I know how the scriptures, spirit works. What's that? I think there's a second Ezra's 8. Where it talk about where it say where they had room for repentance. They understood it not. Is it 8 and 9? There you go. I'll bring it up.
It's on 2nd Ezra chapter
Because
9.
it's the only way you can combat us. You can't combat us with knowledge, so you're forced to combat us with folly. See, go ahead,
It's on 2nd Ezra chapter 9, start at 10.
That's it, Start at 9. Read
Start at
that.
9. It's on 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall there be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despisefully,
Right, you cast these ways of the Lord away despitefully. Go ahead.
shall dwell in torments.
You're going to dwell in torments. Read.
Verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits,
Go ahead.
and have not known me.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11, and they that had loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them,
Mm-hmm.
understood not,
They understood that. So when it's truth presented to you, you don't understand it. So what's the next instinct? Go ahead.
but despised.
But you despise it. So when you don't understand something, you despise it, which causes you to show forth your folly. That's why you got them niggas making them memes about World War III. Because they don't understand the prophecy. So the only way they can rationalize it is by making folly about it. Because they're under the vibration of Esau.
I'm gonna finish it off.
They'll finish it off, then we'll go back up.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
Yep, and that's going to be that long, dreadful death that's going to come in the form of that fire, that unquenchable fire. It's going to be so fucking hot. And the Lord in His perfection going to make sure every molecule, you going to feel it, man. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Mm-hmm.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it?
Read.
Surely the Lord power would do nothing, but He revealed His secrets unto His servants, the prophets.
And the secrets is what? The prophecies.
Yeah.
That's why Psalm 91 said, he that dwelleth in the secret place. I see it. It's a pig, okay? There you go. As soon as they Lord. Hey, come on, let's go now. Let's go. Now, real quick, we're going to go into the current events to show you that the men of the Lord have been telling you these things. Now, the Lord is co-signing. The Lord's signing off on what we've been telling you. Why? Because we've been speaking His words the whole time. So you got it,
Con, this is from CNN.com.
Yeah, and just frame it, let them know what you're going into and all that.
All right, Con. So Iraq has now voted to expel all foreign troops from their land because the United States carried out that attack on their land without them sanctions. So Iraq has voted to expel U.S. troops. Whether they'll actually be kicked out is far from clear. All right, it says when Iraq's parliament voted to expel American troops from the country Sunday, it was an apparent bid by the government to extract the country from the escalating U.S.-Iran proxy war. Says fears of Iraq once again turning into battleground are widespread. Tensions in the Middle
I
East.
thought Iraq was a bunch of, you know what I mean, war-driven people. They trying to come to a solution. They don't want war, man.
Terrorists of the world, they think they do too,
I thought that was the terrorists of the world. Iraq, you think about Saddam. Man, Saddam wanted the ball, man. If you do any research on Saddam and his sons, they had a lot of women, and they used to dress in 500 goddamn $5,000 suits, man. Yeah, they were trying to ball. That's it. They weren't trying to go to war.
That's it.
It was these devils, man. Yeah, they were balling out. Go ahead.
Con, the resolution was passed overnight overwhelmingly by Shia lawmakers, dealing potentially yet another blow to President Donald Trump's Middle East strategy. Now, I also have another article where Trump threatens the Iraqi people with sanctions
Right. Now, what's the driving force behind them threatening them with sanctions?
because they want to kick their troops up out of the country.
Right, and they don't want to go nowhere.
Con,
But is that not prophecy?
con.
Let's get it real quick. Go ahead. Doc.
This is Proverbs chapter 7 and 11. She is loud and stubborn.
Right, she's loud and stubborn. Somebody give me Habakkuk 2.
I got that.
You got that on deck? Habakkuk 2 and 5. Matter of fact, read that one more time and go back down.
All right, this is Proverbs 7 and 11. 7 and 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
Right, she's loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. So she's in your business. You tell her, hey, baby, all right, just go on home. And she said no, because she's stubborn. That's what the brother going into.
Yep.
The Iraqis have said, look, we want to expel and extract all these different foreign external powers from our land.
Yeah.
And Esau, the only one, said, no, we ain't going nowhere. Well, that's the scripture saying they loud and stubborn, and their feet abide not in their house. Give me what you got real quick and go back
Just
there.
Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yeah, also, because he transgressed about wine,
Different philosophies. Go ahead.
he is a proud man.
That's the devil. He's proud. Oh, did y'all see the tweet Trump sent out about we'll wipe out, you know?
Nah, man, come on, man.
He said we got top of the line weapons that if Iran is to resist, then we'll easily.
Yeah.
Fucking pride, man. That's what the scripture said. Come on,
It says, yeah, also because he transgressed about wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Right, he need to keep it at home. This devil over here in Iraq, this is not even his land. Go ahead.
Who enlarges his desire as hell and as death.
And it's death. Everywhere he stepped, death is sure to follow.
I say something too.
Go ahead.
Those are tells you in Proverbs 30 chapter, two entities. The grave it says it is not enough, man.
I definitely say
Yeah,
he,
it's
he,
not
he
enough.
never get, he never
But
satisfied.
that's like the wound of a whore.
Right.
She can't have more. She can't have enough.
Right.
You pop her,
Yeah,
and that ain't enough, man. She needs another dude to come through, man.
throwing that pencil down the hallway.
But the scriptures say that proverbial pencil down the hallway, man. Now the scripture tells you how he gathered all nations unto himself.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a whore.
Right.
You come and get this box. You come and get this box. And it'll be simple. You get the box and you think that's your bitch. But what happens? You get angry. Now you want the bitch dead. That's where we at, man. Come on. And it ain't no gray area. You want the bitch dead. You don't want to see this bitch doing good or nothing, man. Go ahead.
It said, who enlarges his desire is hell,
Right, that's a big wound. Go ahead.
and is as death, and cannot be satisfied,
Yep.
but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Now let's go back to Proverbs real quick.
God. It says in Proverbs 7:11, she is loud and stubborn,
So you see where America is compared to a whore. Go ahead.
her feet abide not in her house.
See?
That's it.
Yep. Now you got a precept?
I got a little something for you.
Okay. Hold that real quick. You got something? A precept?
I got that on Carmania.
Hold that. Yeah, that's a good precept. But let's go back to where you was at and finish that where you was at. Capture that.
Okay. President Trump on Sunday evening doubled down on his claim that he would target Iranian cultural
aim.
sites if Iran retaliated.
Hold up. Read that again.
Khan says that Trump doubled down on his claim that he would target Iranian cultural sites if Iranians retaliated for the
Now when you
targeted
go into that
killing.
whole, that's nothing new. The drama between Iran and Esau ain't nothing new. Who took down the Persians? First of all, who was the Persians? The Iranians, right? Who took down the Persians? Alexander the Greek. So you see where that drama always been there? Go ahead, Doc.
Khan says retaliated for the targeted killing of one of his top generals and threatened very big sanctions on Iraq if American troops were forced to leave the country.
Read it again, Doc. So like, read that last part again.
Khan, it says and targeted and threatened very big sanctions on Iraq if American troops are forced to leave the country.
Hey, so these devils threatened to hit them with sanctions. And what? We just read it, Proverbs 7 chapter. She is loud and stubborn, and her feet abide not in her own house, man. It's just like you got a broad over, like, look, man, just leave, baby. I ain't going nowhere. That's that loud, stubborn bitch, which is America, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says such a move could be considered a war crime
Right, and that is a war crime. Okay? Go ahead.
under international laws.
Right, and what's the international laws? It's centered around NATO and the EU. That's where Revelation the 17th chapter come in, where it tells you where the other nations, they're going to be angry with the whore, and they're going to kill her. Okay? And that's what happened with a whore. You got 20 different dudes popped her, and they like the way this whore satisfied her because these different nations, they have been satisfied by this whore. Now this bitch don't want to follow what I want or you want, so we said, kill the bitch, man. And you know what? Hold that. Give me what you got, real quick. Let's go to the information you got. Let's show you how much they hate the whore.
That's it.
Hey, this is heavy.com.
Oh! Oh!
Oh man, come on.
Come on.
This is heavy.com. It says Iran eulogists put 80 million bounty on Trump's head. Reports. Okay, so I'm gonna jump down to the meat of it. It reads, we are 80 million Iranians. If each one of us put aside $1 American,
Whoa! That shows you the dedication. That shows you the hatred. How much they want this devil put away. Well, that's the same with a whore, man.
that's,
This bitch that fuck you over.
Right.
She hit you for your bread. She did all these underhanded shit. And we have to kill that bitch, man. You can take a headshot at the bitch with nobody looking, you can kill her, man. That's what, see? A whore is hated, man. That's why we brought it out of that camp. How you had the woman that was caught in the act of adultery, and they was ready to kill her, and they was justified by the law. Though.
that's right.
It was only Yahweh Shai who saved. So Yahweh Shai ain't gonna step in on behalf of you fucking crackers, man. Cause you responsible for putting them to death. Go ahead.
It says, if each one of us put aside $1 American, we will have 80 million American dollars, and we will reward anyone who brings us
Hey, that
trumps.
make you think. Damn, what can I do to
Yeah,
Oh, let me
let
see.
the
Yeah, go
spirit-
ahead. These devils watching. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
says,
I got a cash out. Yeah, go ahead.
we will reward anyone who brings us Trump's head with that amount.
Right. So you see what they hate it. Somebody get Revelation 17 chapter.
I got something real quick.
Come on,
This is the book of Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry,
Woo!
and thy wrath is come.
Hey, so this proves that the prophecies is speaking loud and clear.
2020.
Come on now. Yeah, 2020 vision.
That's it.
Yep. You got more on this out?
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Read it again from the top and read down and finish it up.
It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead shall be judged, and that shouldest give a war unto thy servants the prophets,
That's dealing with us. Go ahead.
and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroys the earth.
And who is that by process of elimination? Esau. Yep, come on.
Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore,
See, they should hate the whore, man.
and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
So this is violent, and this is the future concerning America, man. See? So get what you got. Yep, get what you got out there and go to you.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Hold on, read that again.
Con. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand
Woo!
that made all the earth drunken.
Right now, when you consider a woman, right, a bad broad, and she's trying to throw herself at you, when you commit it to somebody else, you can fight her off if you try hard as you can. But if alcohol involved, you finish. The broad get the, you know what I mean? Twerking. Yep. Go ahead.
Con. The nations have drunken her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, so now the nations are mad. And that was I just read in the article Art read. Matter of fact, let's go back to what you read, finish that off.
It says,
They said, look, they just came up with an elaborate plan. We all just come up with $1.
oh man,
We just get the
Dog.
Come on, man.
and that,
Hey, the scripture's speaking loud and clear. If you don't get it by now, man, this ain't for you, man. If you still wondering what's going on, this ain't for you, man. Right now, you should know that the Lord doing what he got to do, man. We got that second Ezra 15 on this. Go ahead.
yeah, and I wanted to go into that word eulogist, which most of Americans just think that's just one person with a lot of money. It says a person or who praises someone or something highly in speech or writing, especially someone who gives tribute at a funeral. And it's all on TV blast that there's a lot more than 80 million Iranians. You know, they commemorate Soleimani, man, for being a martyr. That was his wish. These people came up with $80 million to put it on Trump's head, and to continue on, it said, he said before a crowd in the city, Mashhad, according to Al Arabia, which added that the funeral procession was being broadcast live on Iran's channel 1 as the eulogist made his proposal. So this is a proposal, man, by 80 million Iranians, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. This ain't nothing but prophecy.
That's that desire to see this devil put to death, man.
Oh,
And that's a fulfillment of what we read. Oh, you saying?
yeah, a little bit more, He says, quote, we shall see the uprooting of the U.S. and the region. You crazy, yellow-haired men, Trump. Listen carefully. Down with the U.S. You Israelis, we will send you death. Every single drop of our tears will turn into a missile into your land.
Read that again. Read that again. Read that again.
So he was speaking in front of the funeral again, all right, in massive crowds, man. All right, he quote now, we shall see the uprooting of the U.S. in the region. You crazy yellow-haired man,
Yeah.
Trump.
That means you are defiled when you go into the law. Y'all have leprosy. That's dealing with you devils. Well,
He said, listen carefully, down with the U.S. You Israelis, we will send you death. Every single drop of our tears will turn into a milsom unto your land. That's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Come on.
That can't
They
be
call all your
Call
house.
all y'all Yahushua.
Come on, man.
It's that rain.
Prophecy
rain.
is speaking loud and clear.
That's rain. Overflowing rain.
Yeah.
Man,
What?
I had,
Go ahead.
I read an article. The Iranian president said, y'all, the devils over there oppressing the blacks. But he wanted to say, he really wanted to say the
Israelites.
Israelites.
Yeah, yeah.
They know.
Yeah, they
The
know.
article said blacks.
Yeah, that's right.
And they
Especially
know.
in Lisa.
They know.
Yeah, they know. And that goes back to what I was going to bring out in 2nd Ezra, 15th chapter, where it go into the commandments. Go and put a certain spirit on Iran. You know? They have a hate for Esau. You know? So let's go to 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. Did you have more on that double there?
No, that's it on there.
Okay, go to 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. Start at the top out.
All right, come. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15, verse 1.
Mhm.
It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy."
The words of prophecy. So you see what prophecy is standing up. Hold that real quick and give me Ezekiel 33 and 33. Because prophecy, it will prevail, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come.
Right, so when the prophecies come to pass, and it's going to come to pass, go ahead.
Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
So you see where everything is centered around prophecy, man. So go back where you at.
Yeah, come. 2nd Ezra 15 and 1 again. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of
And
prophecy."
the ears of my people, the words of prophecy. Hold that, get what you got.
Okay, come. Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void,
There's the prophecies, go ahead.
but it shall accomplish that which I please.
Right, so when you go back, let's just stay a storm with the apostles and elders and the men of great millstone. We told you that eventually America is going to invade Iran. We told you that, man. Now all of a sudden the Lord made it clear. Oh, that's why when you go into the prophecy of Yahweh Shah, he told you that 70 AD was going to happen. You know that was 40 years before it happened? Then it happened, man. See what I'm saying? So the Lord is with the prophets. When we say something, the Lord honor that, man.
Right.
Because we speak in his words. Hold what you got, get what you got.
Yeah, this Psalm 138 and 2. I will worship toward thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth.
So that show you right there that love. Remember the breakdown of love. See?
Yeah.
That Lord what? The love is the truth.
That's it.
That's right.
Love and kindness and that truth. Well,
For thou hast magnified thy word above thy name.
so this word is going to be placed above the name. That's bad. So that means that the word is going to be accomplished, man. The Lord's going to accomplish what this word going to accomplish what it was set out to do, man.
Right.
Give a damn if you don't like it. If you don't believe, all of a sudden he's going to offset the prophecy. Of how about some nigga don't believe, man. Nigga with a kufi, he don't believe. So now all of a sudden it ain't gonna happen. Yep, get what you got,
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 60. Nevertheless, they believe him not, nor yet the prophets after him.
Right, they didn't believe the Lord or the prophets after him, which is we signify the continuing of the legacy of Yahweh Shai, man. That's why the Lord said if they hated you, they gonna hate me.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, nor me which have spoken unto them, that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation.
Woo! So those who are gonna be persuaded, it's gonna be to their joy, man.
Persuaded.
Yeah. And woo, that's bad, man. But that's why the scriptures talk about how this is a sweet savior to those
Yeah.
salvation, but not so much to those who are going to be numbered to the sword. So that was it. You got
Yeah, that was it on there.
get what you got out. Did you got something to double out? After you got it. Go ahead.
It was Isaiah 55 and 11.
Oh, go ahead. Let me go. Bring it out.
It's Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me
What's the
void.
mouth of the Lord? We the mouth of the Lord. It's not gonna return. Oh, what the word void mean? Empty. So this is not GMO.
Oh,
Old collard green.
oh, wait.
Yeah, them are old collard green from the 30s.
You
Hey, the
don't
sun
want no
sitting.
second.
You don't want no second. You sleep.
Because that itis after that plate, you know what I mean? You gotta rest.
Cornbread. Go ahead.
Reading on Isaiah 55:11, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
See, this word is going to accomplish with the Lord the intents and purposes of your house by outside. Go ahead.
And it shall prosper in the thing whereto it I sent it.
That's us. Start with the apostles. Did not it accomplish itself? Start with the apostles. They started on just a block somewhere. Now all of a sudden that doctrine is throughout the world. Can't no other group make that claim. Only Great Millstone can make the claim that we have went global. All right, come on, do what you got.
Yeah, the Isaiah 46:10,
You got
declaring the end from the beginning,
Declaring the end from the beginning. Go ahead.
and from ancient times the things that are not yet done.
Right. So the thing that was not yet done, that shows you that this whole ministry is centered around prophecy, man. When you think about prophecy and foretelling things, it brings a certain level of friction. Like you can agree on something, like a basketball game, but soon as you say, "Nah, I think the Bulls gonna win," all of a sudden it's gonna be friction. See? Come on.
It's saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So that shows that we the counsel of the Lord. We Jeremiah 30 and 24. But go get what you got.
This is Romans chapter 3 and verse
30 and
3.
24.
For what if some did not believe?
Right. So if some did not believe, go ahead.
Shall their unbelief make the faith in the Most High without effect?
Right. So just because you don't believe, this don't mean that somehow you're going to offset or overthrow the intents and purposes of your house by Shema Shai. Go ahead.
Most High forbid.
Yeah, the Lord ain't with that. Okay, just because you don't believe, then all of a sudden the Lord gonna say, you know what, these group of niggas don't believe, so I'ma chill. Go ahead.
Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Which is dealing with the scriptures. These scriptures are going to stand the test of time. People going to be found to be liars. Go ahead.
As it is written.
See, as it is written, right?
That thou mayest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
See that? Come on.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 30 and 24. It says the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return.
Right, so the Lord is in a certain spirit. He's angry and is not going to return. Did we not just read Isaiah 55? Right. Where the Lord not shall return, boy. Right. Go ahead.
Until he have done it.
Until he have done it. Go ahead.
And until he have performed the intents of his heart.
See? Go
In
ahead.
the latter days, ye shall consider it.
Now the scripture said in the latter days you shall consider it. You know when you go into the word consider, it means to teach it.
That's it.
In the latter days, you're going to teach this idea. So let's show you that we in the right spirit.
That's it.
All right, come on now. Let's go back to 2 Ezra 15 again. Read it down.
Yeah, going back at 2 Ezra 15 and verse 1 again, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of thee, like he said, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. It says, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled.
Yeah, go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touches their wickedness.
Right, which is dealing with who? The prophets. We the mouthpiece of the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
And what was the souls of the just? The elect, the prophets. Go ahead.
It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me. It said, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Go ahead.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
And that's the time we in. You Jakes is about to be handled, man. Go ahead.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right, so the Lord pulled the elect of the nation of Israel from out of the land of Egypt. Go ahead.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand
Which is Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
and a stretched out arm,
Read.
and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
Right, so that's the time we in, man. We're in the time where the Lord has prepared destruction, sore destruction for Egypt, man. You know, and the prophecies is being brought more and more to the forefront. It's no longer up for debate. You can no longer say, "Oh, I don't believe that." Hey, who can debate us now? Come on, debate us now, man. Yeah, come on, I'll see what you got.
Oh, no, I ain't
You got something? Go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen
Read that again,
kind. 2nd Esdras 15 and 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt
Well, I
thou
go to show you that America's a whore. All right, go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen,
As
saith
you
the
have
Lord.
done to my chosen, read. Go ahead.
Even so shall the Most High do unto thee,
Right.
and shall deliver thee into mischief.
Right, and that's where we at. Esau is in straits. Oh, let's go there in Joel,
Joel 20, yup.
and then we get ready to close up. Y'all got anybody got something? Bring out what you got. Then we go to
This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and I will recompense upon thee all thine abominations.
and the word recompense means to pay back. So we're in the time where Esau got to pay that tab. That tab they done built up over these thousands of years, man. You got to pay for that. It tells you that is that 1 Thessalonians, I think it's 2? 1 and 6, yep. It's a Lord is a beautiful thing for the Lord to put in
Recompense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Recompense.
Finish it off.
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 4. And my
Righteous
eye,
thing, yep.
and my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity.
Right, so the Lord is not going to spare you devils, man. Go ahead.
But I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abominations shall be in the midst of thee. And you shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai.
Right, so we know right now we're in a time where it's no longer up for debate. You people going to know that it's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, which is the driving force behind these things coming to pass. Come on.
That's right. This Joel 20 and 20. It says, it's like,
Joe 20 and 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at 20. It says,
No, you told me you gonna start.
yeah, that's 20. Yeah,
I'm
that's 20. Yeah, that's spirit. It's at 22.
Yeah, go ahead.
Spirit. I looked at 20. It's bad. It
20 and
says,
20.
surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Right, and that's these devils right now. Oh, that's why you got NATO, the EU, which when you go into the EU and the NATO, it goes back to the Treaty of Rome. This is a conglomerate of Edomite nations that came together. See what I'm saying? And it ain't no quietness in their belly because they mad at Trump right now. These different Edomites mad at Trump. No, go ahead.
He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Neither, it's like, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
And that's where we at, the fullness. That goes back to the fatness of the earth.
Yep, that's it.
Remember? Yahweh Shai told him, said, look, I'm going to give you the fatness of the earth.
That's it.
Fatness means to full out.
Yep.
And you skinny and you eat to the capacity, you're going to be full. So the fullness and the fatness, we're in the fullness of the fatness of that prophecy.
That's it.
That's right.
That's how bad the Lord is. Right when you're at the peak, that's when this shit going to come down the
Different
toilet.
places. That is it.
Right?
It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
And straits means level of difficulty. These devils having a meeting right now tonight. Go ahead.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Go ahead.
And when he is about to fill his belly,
Right. When it's about to, because they think like, oh, we made it. Let's go ahead and do the, let's go ahead and push forth the chip.
Yep.
No? Go ahead.
the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon
So
him.
that lets you know, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shai, if you paying attention, right? It could be the first day they make it mandate It could be the first day. I know I can send the missiles, man.
Yep.
Read that again.
Man, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Woo.
That's it.
Yeah. Why are they feeling they, why are they even coming up with this shit? You know? Go ahead.
That's it. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the,
And that goes into these devils, and they're gonna go into these bunkers. And what's the iron weapon? The ICBM missile, man. Everybody wanna tell us that the missile's not biblical. But what's the iron weapon then?
meteorite.
That's the scripture right there. We're gonna remember that. That's the scripture to cut you niggas who wanna say that the missiles ain't biblical. We're gonna read this. We're gonna ask you straight up, what's the iron weapon?
Yeah, God.
Can you explain to me what's the iron? Oh, come on, man. Just plain.
Yeah,
The scripture
God.
says it's all plain to those who understand it. Go ahead.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel
What's the bow of steel? Go ahead.
shall strike him through.
You got more on that?
Yeah, it said, it is drawn and coming out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword shall come out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Yeah, and the body, that's the silo.
That's it.
We can tell you what it is,
Right.
you know? But you might say, no, that's not it. But now you are left to explain what it is. You got to tell us what it is, man.
One
more? Go ahead.
more verse on that. It says, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places.
Hold up, read that again.
It says, all darkness
Oh,
shall...
you got that. I'm gonna say the snare in the ground.
That's just 18.
Yep, get that too.
Okay.
Read that and then get that.
It says, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left.
Read
in
that
his,
one more time.
Yeah, con. It says, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places.
All darkness shall be hidden in the secret places. Read.
A fire not blown shall consume him.
Woo, a fire not
Not
blown.
blown.
See, go ahead.
It said, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Yeah, read.
Yeah, this,
Oh, now what it said was say, go ill with them that's left in this tabernacle. That means the house of Edom. And those that's left, it's gonna go ill with them. Them gonna be the niggas that's gonna be digging up bodies and burying them. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, this Job 18:10. The snare is laid for him in the ground.
Hold up, read this again.
The snare is laid for him in the ground.
Now what's that talking about? That's talking about the silos. Because those silos is in the ground.
Yep.
And that's a snare. Give me Psalms 11 and 6. It said the snare of them is in the ground. That's where the silo is at. You know, if you ever watch missiles, the silo on the ground, the missiles come out of the ground. Psalm 11 and 6.
Again.
Go ahead.
This book of Psalms 11 and verse 6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares.
Oh, see? Go ahead.
It says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and in horrible tempest, this shall be the proportion of their cup.
Dealing with Esau. That's the
That's
snare.
it.
Go back here.
It says Job 18:10. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way.
See, that's the snare. That's the
it.
missiles that gonna come out the ground. Right. So you got some? So when you go into what you see being played out right now, being fulfilled, manifest right before your eyes, it's nothing more than prophecy, man. It ain't really that deep. It's just the Lord just co-signed on everything we've been telling you, starting with our apostles and elders, all the way back to Abba. Even when you go into Abba, I tell you, he didn't say missiles, he said bombs.
Right.
So that's the spirit of the Lord. Okay? So yeah, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom must do honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there laboring in his work, contributing to the pushing forward of the words of Yahweh Shema Shah and as well as you believers, you know. With that, shalom.
Shalom. DTA, Abba Ball.
Soon.
Soon. Very,
Hey,
very
man.
Hey, we one step sooner, man.
Man, that's it.
G-O-A.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
jump
never-
on arrival.
And said one day and sell another. It's one day these devils gonna get taken.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
That's the tough